What is up, gamers? Staxwell's back at it again today with another market watch. Whole lot to talk about. Spoiler season is in full swing. There's a lot of cards I don't think people are paying enough attention to, enough details being overlooked here. I'm not the first one saying it, but the market hasn't really reflected this. This Diabolic Offering card, spoilered by the February team. If you read the description that dropped with it, the card itself is kind of unexciting. The art is sick. But outside of that, there's not a whole lot to talk about with this card. But the text that comes with it, look at this, read it. It says, understands this better than you, comma, Levia redeemed. This implies we're getting a whole new Levia hero, right, called Levia redeemed. That's how this reads. So this could totally be off base. Even if it is, I still think there's a lot of Levia cards that are cheap. Not a lot of people are looking at them. But if this isn't off base and we're getting a new Levia hero, whew, let's jump in this market. Let's see what's going on here. One more thing I want to talk about too is United We Stand. This was a spoiler card kind of depicting all of the heroes of Wraith, right? We have all of the traditional good guys, right? We have Prism, Bravo, Dorinthia, like good guy characters, Bolton. But with all this Levia hype coming, maybe we're done with the hero spoilers and we're going to be moving into the villain spoilers, right? Instead of Bravo here, you could see a Levia, all of the villains of Wraith behind her. I don't know who that would entail. Like obviously Vincent, maybe Viserai, maybe like Rhinar or something. I have no idea. Maybe it'll be called Divided They Fall. Could be a total crackpot conspiracy. Just a little neat idea I wanted to bring attention here. Maybe it has a different mechanic outside of Unity. Yeah, it could be cool. Anyway, let's jump in the market here. Levia herself, I think there is going to be a new Levia hero based off how that reads. But that new Levia hero might not be the best Levia, and we might just be wrong. There might not be a new Levia hero. So the Rainbow Foil Levia I think is a good pickup. It's only $8 after shipping, give or take. Quite a few on the market here. Shouldn't be too much issue picking this one up. I think it's a good pickup. Again, Levia is going to get a ton of support, I assume, so should be good. Swing big. There's two on the market for $5.40. I hope I hope my subscribers could get those. But even at $12, jumps to $14. This card's kind of expensive. You know, there's 2 for 5, 3 for 11, and then it jumps to like 14, 15 bucks. I still think it's cheap, though. It's an Everfest Majestic that, of course, Levia is going to play. Rhinar is going to play. Every Brute, probably forever, is going to play this card. 2 for 8 is just simply overstated. And, if you don't have a playset and you have any interest in playing Brute, now's probably the time. People maybe aren't thinking about this and getting rid of it for deals. Maybe you can find something on eBay or in a trade binder or something. Just kind of keep your eye out for Swing Big and try and pick up a playset. Scabskin Leathers is still criminally cheap. I've talked about this card many times. I still think it's too cheap. It's only $50 for the black border, the OG. From the first set, Rainbow Foil is just too cheap, I think. The white border version is $25, like actually a steal. This is a criminal deal because it's such a steal. $25 for a Scabskin. You're going to need this for Levia. You're going to need this for Rhinar. All the same things apply to it as Swing Big. Doomsday is a card I don't think a lot of people are looking at. Doomsday is a good card. Levia specialization, so even if there's Levia redeemed out, her name will still be Levia and she could still play Doomsday. Doomsday is very powerful. It has not that bad of a cost. If there's 6 or more cards with Blood Debt in your banish zone, create the token. Token I also think is a good pickup, but anyway, the Doomsday Rainbow Foil is only $30. I think that's quite cheap for a Monarch Legendary. And then the cheapest Cold Foil, let's take a look here, is only $43. Then it jumps to $47. So if you're going to get it, I recommend the Cold Foil. We know what happens with Monarch Cold Foils. The Monarch Legendary Cold Foils just go crazy. This one hasn't yet, but give it a couple more Levia spoiler cards and it will. Yeah, I think it's a good pickup. Anyway, it summons this token, Blasphemot the Soul Harvester. $20 for the Rainbow Foil. It's just a very good card. Whenever it attacks, you may banish a shadow card from your hand. If you do, banish a card from the defending hero's soul. This card is like just so much better than Ursa, I think. Just being able to keep cycling your Blood Debt cards and whatnot with Blasphemot. It's just a very powerful card, I think. I think this engine could be good, could be coming back. I recommend picking it up if you have any interest in playing Levia. Mandible Claw, Could be another card that Levia plays. Who knows? Maybe she'll get more weapons. Maybe she'll just play the other existing brute weapons or like Hexagore or something like that. All those cards could be good pickup, but traditionally she's played Mandible Claws, and the rainbow foil for the reverse Mandible Claw is only like $3 right now. The non-reverse one is like $8, so I don't know if people just forgot that the reverse claw exists or something, but $3 for the rainbow foil claw. Crucible, we all know how underprinted Crucible was. I think it's a very good pickup. A steal, absolutely. Art of War, goes without saying how good this card is in Levia. For all of the new players that weren't around in the chain days, being able to banish a card with Blood Debt to draw 2 actually turns out to be quite silly, quite bonkers. So OG staple like this from Arcane Rising Majestic is only $36. You get your playset for $100. Art of War? I don't know if people are just sleeping on this or what, but if you don't have a playset of Art of War, it's not going to get cheaper than this, I imagine. This has to be the floor. Like, this card is way too good to be $36. Grasp of the Arknight. Don't forget Vincent is still coming. I think that people are kind of falling asleep on this card. If you see, just a few weeks ago it was $100, so seeing it at like 75-ish is quite a good pickup, quite a steal. If you have any interest in the Runeblade class at all, you need to have one of these. This card is so good. I can't imagine this card even ever getting power crept. It's so powerful. There's a lot of promos that finally hit TCG Player, which is good because you guys know how much I love talking about promos. Embodiment of Lightning is $250 on here, which is crazy because one actually sold for that price, and there's only one on the market for that price. So I don't know if that's a legitimate price. For those of you who don't know, you can only get this from the prize wall of events like I got mine at Worlds and it was at Pro Tour, and those are the only prize walls I've ever seen this on. It's not at smaller events like Battle Hardens. I imagine it will be there for callings though. So yeah, pretty rare, pretty coveted item. I'm not sure if it's worth this price tag. You guys need to let me know in the comments down below. Would you guys pay this? Just for giggles here, let's check out the Embodiment of Earth. Let's see how much that one is. It's just out of stock. Never been listed, never been sold. I would imagine they're probably around the same price point, but who knows. Yeah, let me know what you guys think about that price tag down below. Invoke Sarai, I think people have just forgotten about. It's only $22 for the cheapest rainbow foil. If you have any interest in Illusionist, now's definitely the time. Don't wait for it to come out and wait for this card to spike again. I'm sure you guys remember this card used to be like a $50 or $60 just regular legendary, not cold foil, rainbow foil legendary. So Toxicity, the cheapest red one on the market, is $48. Kind of insane. This was a promo at the Pro Tour, and I'm not sure if everyone's aware or not, but this card is also being given out at Battle Hardens. I went to Battle Harden LA this weekend, and I got a place at red, yellow, and blue for attending. Not sure if people are aware of that, so I just want to bring that information to the forefront here. Spinning Wheel Kick, this is the promo from the RTN seasons, is also finally up on TCG Player. It's at $25 for the cheapest red. Sheesh! I think this is probably too expensive. I don't think this card's particularly powerful or particularly rare, especially when you compare it to something like Blaze Headlong Extended Art. That card is much more worth the investment, but I don't know. You know, maybe they can make this card work. It could be a good pickup. I personally am not going to be getting it though. This card that I won't say thanks to YouTube, the Xmas Present promo, is only 40 cents. I think this card is going to be subject to a buyout around Christmas time. Every year they buy out, they being, I don't know, the powers that be, Flesh and Blood players, I don't know. Anyway, the Holiday Bauble, the cold foil cracked bauble, the holiday cracked bauble, always gets bought out every year, and I think that this card will start to join it. I don't know if it's for like Instagram festive posts or something like that, but I'm sure this card will get bought out come Christmas. So if you missed this Armory rotation and you didn't get a chance to pick one up, I highly recommend it. I think it's a cool card. I think it's a flavorful card. It would be fun in something like UPF if you're ever just making a funsies deck of that. You know, for 40 cents you kind of can't beat it. That's all I have to talk to you guys about today. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, rate, subscribe, and help the algorithm help me out a little bit. Later, gamers.